Hi guys. Happy Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Today's Sunday. Yep. It's been a long week.
No, it's been a crazy
And
week.
it's been a long month as well. And yes, we are on closer to 7 o'clock than 6.
Well, normally though we were like close to 7:30. So.
That's true. So we are on a little earlier, but we remember last week we said we were gonna try to see if we can get on 6:30. So here we are at 6:54.
We made it.
We made it before 7.
But to be fair, I was working on it long before that, to try to get rid of some of this miscellaneous text that was out there. Made a few changes here and there. Still got to fix one more, apparently, and we'll get to that at some point. But my chat is like quiet, so I don't know.
Gabriel says, in all fairness, you said between 6 and 7 last time.
I did.
There you go.
I kept it generic.
So we are on.
I kept it to our numbers. But you see chat because I don't have any chat.
Only one person's chatting with us right now, Gabriel.
Okay.
So,
there it is.
you guys, so normally what we do here on Millennial...
Oh, there you are. Now I see you are.
What?
He said, why are the chats not showing up? They are now, but they only seem to be showing up in Twitch. And nothing else is popping in.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Jinx.
You owe me a soda.
No soda.
So,
Test.
we're here, and our chat seems to be...
Yeah, so YouTube isn't showing up on the chat.
Nothing's showing up right now.
Oh, there he is. Well, that's on Twitter, though. Why are the chats not showing up? We have no idea. We have to have at least one thing go wrong.
No, I wouldn't say it's wrong.
Well, one thing that's a little off when we start the podcast. So it wouldn't be normal if we didn't have something that was like, some sort of technical issue. But yes, YouTube chats are not showing up right now.
Go to YouTube and see what you see.
I'm on YouTube. YouTube's not showing up here. Like, I can read his stuff here, but I can't read it there. Because it's not popping up. He posted this on Twitch. This is just the welcome to live chat.
Okay, well that's YouTube.
Right, but meaning to say YouTube is not showing up on the main chat here,
I see that.
where everyone could.
So if you do want to chat with us, I guess you have to switch over to. I see myself, so I'm happy.
Is that did something happen with the?
No.
When the settings?
No. Everything is set up the way it should be.
I don't know then.
So if you want to chat with us, you can switch over to Twitch TV / Mr. Badley TV. No, yeah, twitch.tv / Mr. Badley TV. Subscribe there real quick, and then you can chat with us all day long. And Chris sees himself, so he's happy.
If you're chatting with us on YouTube by chance, I could always relay the messages since we can't see them.
Yeah, so you can still see some, but you can't see all.
I can see the YouTube chats. I can't see them in the main chat, but I can see them because I'm in YouTube.
Okay, fair enough. This is a cool setup. I have Stanley and Diane on one screen and Def Jam on the other. Double the fun. Nice.
Sounds like a good setup.
Like you're having a party.
Yeah. Hey, how come we weren't... Well, I guess technically we're invited. We're at the party.
Where's Mike Tyson's booty? Is that on there too?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what? You gotta talk about that.
Stanley has been talking about Mike Tyson's booty since Friday.
Because it was a shocker.
Did anyone watch the Friday fight? So the Faya Burnin says YouTube is working for me.
It's working for you, but we can't see it.
Producer Jace says working on it. Hey, Producer Jace, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, we appreciate you for coming in and fixing the bugs that we can't fix.
Yeah, so while Producer Jace is working on that, because again, your YouTube, you could probably see it in YouTube, but it's not showing up in the main chat, which is to the right of our picture. So we'll hopefully get that fixed. Producer Jace is nice enough to attempt at fixing it for us.
Well, it's too bad you didn't watch Maverick. It was asinine. What?
Not acetone? That sounds like something you would say.
No, nothing I would ever say. Not even a real word. If you're going to play on words, it has to be a real word. You can't just throw a word out there that doesn't exist.
Oh, like you do?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Every word I say is a real
word. If I can remember a moment before we get off the chat,
you can't because it never happened.
Okay.
Don't be making up stuff.
I'm not making up stuff. Chris says, didn't watch, I was occupied. Okay, well, Should we break it down? Well, you've probably already seen the headlines as to the result of the fight, but the part that Stanley is referencing is just before the fight. So one of Mike Tyson's sons is interviewing him, talking about, preparation for the fight and everything. And when Tyson is done, he walks away, and in the camera shot,
full blown moon.
Had no idea this was even coming. Just was like, oh, he's walking away. He's done. So they're focused still on him walking away, and then all of a sudden we just see booty.
Now we know why they don't have back scenes for regular fights on regular TV, because booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Wow, you just wanted to say that, didn't you?
Couldn't wait all day. Been waiting for weeks to say that.
He's been waiting since Friday to say booty, booty, booty,
3
booty,
business
booty
days.
everywhere. So yes, that was it, and I could have gone my whole lifetime without seeing that, but that's okay. It happened.
Hey, if somebody's on Twitter watching, could you send me a text message? Could you DM us in the chat so I can see if that's working? Because I want to see if it's just relegated to, if it's just hello or goodbye or Stanley, have a pizza. I don't care. Just write it in Twitter and see if it pops up on our feed. We're trying to see if it's just YouTube that we're having a problem with. But see, Gabriel just popped in just like that in text.
Oh, well, he's been messaging us from Twitch.
No, he just messaged me from X.
Oh, okay.
So we know X works.
Okay.
So if you're an X, you can chat with us. Undocumented Criminality, thank you.
Wait, what?
He's watching. Oh, by the way, we want to say hello to all the silent watchers.
But do you see it popping up here?
Not
Oh,
yet.
yeah, it is. Okay, I forgot. I'm delayed.
I've been saying that for years.
Keith says, hi all, fried green tomatoes. That's what that reminds me of.
What?
Is that a scene, like the are we talking about the butt part?
Oh, maybe it might have been.
Is there a scene in the... I haven't watched Fried Green Tomatoes in so long. I remember that was the movie...
X is gonna give it to you.
Gina Davis, right?
I think so. I don't remember. I know Morgan Freeman was in it. Oh, wasn't it? Oh, no, that's Driving Miss Daisy. Never mind.
I haven't seen Fried Green Tomatoes in a while, so I can't remember.
So, again, as I was saying, hello to all the silent listeners from the silent generation. We know you're out there.
We know you're listening to us, and
You know
we
how
appreciate
we know?
it.
Because sometimes I meet people on the street, and they will talk about something we talk about only in the chat, only on the podcast.
Oh, that's true.
And we know that, okay, so now we know that they're a silent listener. And,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a silent listener. We're not going to judge you if you pop in here and say hello. As a matter of fact, we want more people in the chat. I want it to be like the AOL chat from back in the day.
Oh, where it just scrolls up so fast.
It's going so fast you can't keep up.
You barely could read it.
I'm kidding. I don't never
No,
want that
because that's
way.
hard for me to read, and I can't read it all then.
Maybe like you try to jump in, and then you get swept away.
That's like when people do Instagram lives.
I used to do that. Not Instagram Live, but AOL chat. I never could get into it because I would go into it, and it's like scrolling. And so I'd type in hello. By the time I finish HELLO and send it, it's like gone.
What was your screen name?
I don't remember. I had no imagination.
I know what my screen. I had like 3-4 different screen names.
What was your?
One of them was Pimentel 98.
Okay, that was real fancy.
Why is that fancy?
That was a lie. What's the next one?
Mixed Cutie 88.
Well, you really didn't have much of imagination, huh?
Okay, well you don't even remember yours, so.
I couldn't do it. Mine was like chocolate brownie.
No, it wasn't. Yours was like We Ate There.
Mr. No, never Mr.
No, it
Badley.
wasn't Mr. Badley because it was way before you were.
It was. You know what? I was running WeAteThere.com, so I really didn't have the creative ability.
You know what it probably was?
What?
You know what it probably was?
Oh,
it
you
was
ate
probably
one too?
It was probably like SER 1981.
OU812?
Really?
Yeah, that was it. OU812. Hey, did you know that Cicely Tyson is part of is Mike Tyson's aunt?
No.
Yeah, and they both own Tyson. They both own Tyson
Chicken?
Chicken, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, in light of the current discussion, and in case you forgot, at the end of the last episode, right before you signed off because it was late, someone asked Stanley to retell the story of the time he was naked at work.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't forget about it. It was coming up.
Okay, good. Well, so you're going to talk about it now or you want to save it?
Are we done?
Well, I want to say hi to Jeanette. She says I'm back. Been away for a while because of my health stuff and other projects. So she's on YouTube, which is why you probably can't see that. So happy to see you back, Jeanette. We're glad that you're here. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on the YouTube stuff since we can't actually see that in the main chat.
So if you're on YouTube and you want to jump in here and then jump in and Diane will read it. But if you're now on YouTube and you want me to read it, then you need to go to twitch.tv/Mr. Badley TV. It's a free subscription, but then you can jump in and you can chat with us, and then we will respond back. We've never been doing this for almost 5 years. We still suck at it, but we're trying.
Speak for yourself, buddy.
I mean, we've never been discovered. Nobody's like, oh my God, that's the best.
Speak for
It's the
yourself.
best podcast ever in the world. We got to put these on national
Speak
platform.
for yourself, buddy. I don't suck.
We suck.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You don't either.
What?
Suck.
Okay. All right. So anyway, the question was, I started this conversation last week. And
Wait,
then
Fried Green Tomatoes didn't have Gina Davis? What movie am I thinking of then?
I don't know, but it wasn't. Our 5th anniversary is coming up January the 5th. Once again, it'll be on a Sunday. Well, we'll see. December. A lot can happen by January the 5th.
Oh, I'm so moted. What was that one that she was in then? That reminded me of... What was Gina Davis in that came out around the same time as Fried Green Tomatoes?
I have no idea. What year was that?
I have no idea.
All right. And you want me to tell my story? You're going to look about Fried Green Tomatoes and the non-existent actress.
Gina Davis is not non-existent.
For that movie, she's non-existent.
Okay, all right.
All right. All right.
Okay, let's talk about you, Nikki.
All right. So, when I first got my first full-time job in California, it was at a company called Integrated Device Technology. I started off as Mark and Pack. Mark and Pack was you basically mark the microchips with the speed and the design of the company, so they went out on fighter jets and whatnot, and they were like military grade chips. And then I graduated from, and that's when I had Sobi Shinuda was my supervisor, and that's the guy who used to say SOB, and he thought I was saying hey Sobi.
Wow.
His name was Sobi, but if you say SOB, it sounds like hey Sobi.
Hey, SOB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like you're saying SOB.
Yeah, SOB.
SOB.
And he was like, hey! And then this guy named Elliot, who figured out what I was doing, one day decided to rat me out and snitch on me.
And what did he say? What did Sobi say?
I knew that he snitched on me because he stopped talking to me.
And that was your supervisor?
Yeah.
So he stopped talking to you?
Yeah.
Did he fire you? No, you've never been fired before.
I've never been fired. No, I didn't get fired. But let's just say we weren't on the best terms anymore.
That's messed up.
But he was, to be truthful, I didn't come up with SOB because I just wanted to be funny. He was an SOB.
Okay, so the guy that snitched on you, what happened to him?
Nothing, just, he snitched on me.
Were you cool with him?
I'm not going to be cool if you snitch on me.
What was his name?
Yeah.
Oh, Elliot?
So you did listen.
No, I was just trying to think if there was something funny you could say.
No, it was fine. No, actually, his name, I had a different name for him. Remember Elliot in, what's that movie? What's the spaceship? E.T.?
E.T. E.T. Phone Home?
Idiot.
Oh, wow.
Idiot. So when he did that, he became idiot. Yeah, I know.
But you saying it in front of his face, though?
I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
And so at that point, they decided to promote me. And I got promoted from Mark and Pack to, and it's around the same time I was pulling the pranks on the security guards. And I call up and say, yeah, can I speak to Ida? He says, you have a last name? Oh, yeah, Dumgard. And he goes, Ida Dumgard, 4220, Ida Dumgard. And then one day the guy goes, oh man, click. And so my boss, a different boss, his boss, SOB, interviewed me And yeah, I did IP Freely as well. So IP Freely I got from that actually came from Mark Simpson. IP Freely. He used to call up people and make the joke IP Freely. And another joke I've been out the kid, I used to call up the store and say, hey, do you still have a Prince Edward in the can? And then they'd be like, oh, yes, we do. And I would be, you ever laugh so hard
Yeah,
at a joke?
you can't even finish the joke because you laugh so hard.
You can't even finish the joke because I'm too busy laughing at my own joke. So
I do that a lot.
So the next thing that happened was I got promoted and I went to fabrication, which means I had to wear a bunny suit. And a bunny suit is a full limb suit. Your feet, your head, your hands, everything's covered. Your mouth's covered, like the mask you wear now to avoid COVID. We would do it to avoid contaminating the product. And the product consisted of microchips of the raw form of them. I forget what they call it though. Anyway,
I'm gonna read these comments to you on YouTube when you're done.
Let me hear 'em real
when
quick.
you're done with your story.
Go ahead.
So you can finish it.
okay. So as I got further and further on, I did the chemical part. I dealt with really, really bad chemicals. I know some chemicals that are so bad that I don't know how we would function in the world with them, like saline, not saline, but silene is a chemical that is a pyrophoric. In other words, it's in a metal container, but if it gets ruptured, it catches with the air, will cause it to catch on fire.
Ooh.
Hydrofluoric acid is another acid that is it attacks your bones. So we dealt with some really nasty stuff there. Mm-hmm. I also dealt with sulfuric acid.
Ooh.
Now
I've heard
sulfuric
of that one.
was used it's a little that can dissolve a body almost. It's so strong. So we had some protocol that we were supposed to do to keep everything so we don't injure ourselves. And we had to wear a plastic suit and cover things up and see. So I'm in a rush. I'm doing my thing with the restocking the acid, and normally supposed to pick up one bottle at a time.
And you were and you did more than one.
I did two at a time because I was like, I can get this done quicker so I can get out of here. Well, in the process of doing it quicker, I went like this, and sulfuric acid went everywhere from head to toe. I was covered in sulfuric acid.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
Now, luckily,
you were wearing the suit.
Luckily, no, hold on, let me finish.
Oh.
Luckily, I was wearing the face mask and the goggles, and I was wearing the rubber thing that comes about. But the legs all got covered in sulfuric acid.
Your bare legs.
My legs weren't bare. I had on clothes.
Okay, well,
But I got saturated in sulfuric acid.
Yeah, what you mean? It still reached your skin.
Are you gonna let me tell the story?
Oh wow!
Are you gonna tell it? Go ahead, you can tell it.
I was just asking.
All right. So anyway,
Gosh, Beeb scolded me.
as the acid hit me, I didn't think about anything other than getting under, because we have these showers that you have to get under if you get covered in chemicals. I ran out into the shower and just stripped buck naked and turned the water on. I didn't care how cold it was because I wasn't trying to burn.
You didn't care also if anyone was
I
around.
didn't care. But once you pull that lever, it sets alarms off so people come running out.
Oh, and people
And so-
kept running out while you were showering?
You think I was taking a shower? You think I was using some Dove and scrub my armpits?
No, while you were
Yeah, you're showering.
No,
It wasn't.
while you were cleaning up after yourself.
No, do you understand the process of you run the water because the water neutralizes the acid?
Yes.
So I got under the shower to neutralize the acid.
Okay, so you weren't
before I got burned. I wasn't
Got it.
showering. It wasn't like taking Dove and like singing in the shower.
No, you're using Safeguard.
Yeah.
You know what Safeguard is, right? It's another soap.
Anyway, so there I am, buck naked, covered in sulfuric acid, running water all over myself, and of course, then the investigation comes as to why did I get covered in sulfuric. And I wasn't about to be like, yeah, it's because
It's because I thought I could do them fast, so I did 2 at one time. Wham, poosh. Did you tell him that?
no, you think I'm stupid? I was like, I
You
don't know.
want me to answer
I
that?
said it was effective glass.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
you did not.
Why? Write myself up? I'm not gonna dry snitch on myself.
Okay.
I mean, they knew that it had to be something else, but I wasn't about to confess that I was not violating, company. I mean, this is back in the
you
80s.
were buck naked, so basically, so people had a view of your butt like Mike Tyson, or
Well, let's put it this way.
Hello?
They called my nickname was Tripod after that. So, anyway,
Oh,
so
yeah, right. No.
yes,
People called you that? I
Yeah.
doubt it.
yes, that's my nickname, Tripod.
Why?
You can think about that one. Anyway,
Oh,
so that's how I ended up
All right.
buck naked in the shower in Salinas, California.
Okay.
All right.
So just so we're clear, I'm gonna read some comments on YouTube
Okay.
that pertain to go back to your name calling.
Okay.
Right? So producer Jay says when people ask my name at work, I tell them it's Eda Dixon. I'm sure
Eat a dick son.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say
Okay.
the son part because I didn't want it to come out that way.
Okay.
And let's see, and then what else? So as far as the resolution goes, basically, Jay says I can find it. Okay, so basically, only resolution I can find is to remove it as a source and re-add it for, I guess, the YouTube chat.
Yeah, I mean, if that doesn't totally disrupt it, then try it.
Jace, if that doesn't disrupt the podcast, then please do. If it does, then we'll hold off.
Yeah.
Chris, tripod. What's up? So Gil says, "What's up?" He says, "Bunny suits suck."
Yeah, they do. I remember my first time. So bunny suits, they teach you, do not contaminate your bunny suit.
Mm-hmm.
Do not contaminate, because once you contaminate, you contaminate the microchips. And they would tell to you, like, if you got a chip damaged or the process of making the chips damaged, it could cause a fighter jet to like lose control and kill somebody.
Oh,
So
wow.
you were taught that you have to do everything perfectly. You have to be dressed right. You have to do, and we had like these long quartz sheets that we would have to replace. That's why I was telling you about about when we had the earthquake. I was like, oh no, I have to start over again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the time during the 1989 Lauren Prieta quake when I ran out the door with my bunny suit on because I didn't know what happened. I had never experienced an earthquake in my life. So I thought a freight train had derailed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm me, dumbass, runs outside wanting to see the train. If it derailed, then I'm like...
You already had the news in you, and you weren't even in news yet.
I know, that wasn't in the news yet.
Yep, your curiosity.
And I run out there to see this freight train, and I see the ground going like this. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Because I've never seen the ground move like that. And if you're from back east, ground is ground. In California, though, our earthquake country, the ground can deceive you and turn into an ocean. Like it's literally got waves, and you see the cars going like this the whole time. And if you've never been in an earthquake before, I highly recommend you experience once in your lifetime. Because no matter how small it is, once your building moves, you perk up. And then if you become a expert earthquake person, then you start to determine, well, okay, if it's one or two, we probably didn't feel it, but hey, we had a little mini earthquake. 3 or 4, okay, maybe something happened, but 4 or 5, whoa, what was that? You felt that? Yeah. Then you call your friends up. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Did you see that?
I'm not calling anybody up when I experience those earthquakes.
And then you have
that earthquake.
When you get 5 and 6, then you're like, okay, let me find some place to brace for this one. And if you're driving in a car, if you're having a 5 or a 6, it feels like you have a flat tire. But everybody I talked to, because I was never in it when it happened, but it feels like you're driving with, people said, I thought I had a flat. And I pulled over to check my car, but then I realized that everybody pulled over to check their car. And they realized they didn't have a flat, and they realized, oh, it was an earthquake. Now, I've been in, my first quake was Lauren Prieta, and I remember rushing home for Lauren Prieta because my sister, who lives in Georgia now, she had just moved here from Philadelphia. So she's in a fetal position in the closet because she knew what to do. She was about to take a shower when the quake hit. I rushed home. I walked, run in the house because the first thing happened was the alarm, what's that thing goes off, the national alarm system?
So the emergency broadcast
Emergency broadcast
system
came off, and you just experienced a major earthquake. Okay, now it's like, whoa, this is real. We had a real earthquake. And I rushed back home in Salinas. I lived on Laurel Street in Salinas, right off the 101. If you know where that is, Highway 101, for those who don't like the in front of 101. And I go in the house and turn the light on. Oh, wait, there's no power. So I go in the house, turn the TV on. Oh, wait, there's no power. Rescue my sister out of the closet, and, and she's ready to go home now because she ain't never known nothing like this in her life. And I was like, okay, I'm hungry. No, wait, there's no electricity. There's nothing. I can't use the microwave. I can't use the stove. The refrigerator's turned off. Everything's turned off. And that was that way for 3 to 4 days. We were no power, no nothing. One guy outside had a power battery-operated TV set that he plugged in. He not plugged in because he put the batteries in it and we watched it. The first thing I saw was, what do you think the first thing I saw?
The news?
The Bay Bridge.
Oh yeah, going like that. Oh yeah, so Gil, just an FYI, for some reason we are having an issue with YouTube, and the YouTube people that are on YouTube are not able, for some reason we can't see the chat in the main chat. So I am responsible for now to read all of the things happening on YouTube.
Like, if you want me to read something, switch over to...
Because producer Jay says that he looked into it and says that it has to be added, but it's unfortunately going to interrupt things, so we're going to have to do it later. But basically, that's the issue. So if you're typing on YouTube, you won't be able to see it in the main chat. And it's just YouTube for some reason. If you're on Twitter, you can join us and chat on Twitter. If you're on Twitch, you can do that as well. But for some reason, we're having an issue with YouTube. So I've got to keep up with the chat. Felix is in the house on YouTube, and David LaRose is in the house. Anon is in the house. Bill Van Ram is in the house. So just saying hello to everyone.
And just so you know, and I got to talk about YouTube again. Remember that. Because I don't think we talked about we were waiting for them to review us. So we'll talk about that too. Don't forget, forget that part. Because that's important. How we had to go, the judge, jury, and the trial for our video. Now, Gabriel already knows, and we'll probably try to post it in advance. But just wait, Gabe, before we do it. Let me talk to people on my own about what happened to YouTube and how we rectified it or didn't rectify it or however it went. But anyway, back to the earthquake stuff, because we were trying to finish that conversation up. The first video I saw was the Bay Bridge had collapsed. And still, you're talking to a guy who never been an earthquake before. And it was all new to me. But it was weird because here we are. I learned after that point, though, to now, you'll tell you now that I'm pretty earthquake savvy. But the earthquakes I've ever been in was Loma Prieta, Big Bear, Landers, Northridge, and one more. I can't remember which one it was, but they were all... Now, the weirdest part about the earthquakes now is that the one that happened, the Big Bear one, I was under my car, jacked up, working on it with the tire off, and I was laying on the ground, and something, I just felt like kind of like a lightheadedness, and I stood up for some reason, because I was like, why do I feel this way? And then the earthquake hit. And so, the other one we had was the 5.8 in Wyoming, or was it Montana?
Big Sky.
Big Sky, Montana. So, the thing that we've been finding out is that just before a major quake, I get aches and pains. It used to be my hands, but now it's my knees. And so, on that one, my knee was bothering me really bad. So I went to the back of the room. We rented an Airbnb out there, and put my knee up and put some ice on it. And while we were sitting there waiting, trying to let it calm down, whatever was going on, the earthquake hit. And it was strong. I was like, wait a minute, are we having an earthquake out here? And I do realize now that that area is known for earthquakes. I didn't know it then. But after the quake hit, the pain went away. It was like nothing had ever happened, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that,
Oh, we got a spam on here. Stream Elements on Twitch.
No, Stream Elements they're real.
Yeah, but they're spamming is what I'm saying.
No, download. They want me to Monopoly Go is supposed to be one of our sponsors on.
Oh,
on Twitch.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding.
So if you guys download Monopoly and Go for free, it'll help the stream, and we actually could make a little bit. You know how much money we've made off of Twitch so far since we had it up for 4 years?
2 cents.
$4.
Oh, okay. That's
and 14 cents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Special.
Hi, Will1234 Go One. Hi, Dance Family. Nice to see you. Watching you from my friend's dorm in UC Berkeley. Yeah.
Wow.
Heard it was 44
UC Berkeley
degrees
is on a
yesterday.
huge fault line too, isn't it?
So that's the crazy thing about us humans. We tend to build and live on fault lines. So Berkeley literally had the stadium that was separating
Yeah, at the fault line.
the
Yeah.
fault line.
Yeah. Will1234 Go One. I like your screen name.
But the link it tried to post shows up at 3 asterisks, so you can't do anything with it. So if you go to Twitch, you can probably find it for the Monopoly. I signed up for it. Don't know how it works, but if you can find it and click it, let me know what happens. And welcome from Berkeley and those in Berkeley watching us. We are Millennial Boom. I'm Millennial, she's a boomer. But the truth is...
That's the truth. You're the millennial. I'm the boomer.
Right.
I'm a baby boomer.
Right. She's actually older than I am.
I was born in 1963.
And I was born in 1984. I just have a lot of gray.
He actually dyes his beard on purpose that way to look older. And I dye my hair like this to look younger.
Yes. William Lynn on YouTube. Thank you, William Lynn. Now we know who you are. Yay. I'm here to monitoring.
Oh,
All right. Thank you, Jace.
Also, Eli21486 says, I've been through 2 earthquakes, LOL. I feel like, were you on YouTube and then switched to Twitch?
I switched.
No, Eli.
Probably.
2186. Well, anyways, thank you for switching over so you can chime in and be seen. Again, I'm trying to monitor YouTube too.
So the weirdest part about earthquakes for me is...
Gil says, fault lines are so awesome.
Well, the weirdest thing is we actually live on the San Andreas Fault.
We do, yeah.
We actually live on the San Andreas Fault. So, we don't know what's going to happen when we have a quake. We don't know. I mean, but truth is...
I don't even want to
remember that just because you're nowhere near an earthquake doesn't mean you won't feel it.
That's true. Like meaning that you're not, even though you're not near the epicenter.
Right. We were in the living room in Arizona, in Phoenix, and I said earthquake, and then you said
they don't get them here.
And I said we just had an earthquake.
It was it was centered in Mexico.
It was centered in Mexico, and hey, did you just say that?
Yes.
And and I'm sitting there. And I could feel the house swaying in Phoenix. And then sure enough, it came up and said that the quake was centered down in Mexico.
That's crazy. I would have never imagined experiencing a quake in Phoenix that's centered in Mexico.
So, in some cases, some people, the Northridge quake was felt all the way up as far as like Pismo Beach. Wow. Yeah, so that's a pretty big quake. And it's funny how the earth is, we live, and see what earthquakes made me do was study land movement, land masses, the different types of quakes. Like there's a slip fault which goes like this, slides back and forth. And those aren't as damaging as the thrust, as the one that it was like this, so they push against each other, and then at some point, one of them snaps on top of the other, and that's where you get the big quakes from. And I learned about that, but I also learned about something you know already, is that I've always tried to be earthquake prepared. Yep. Because the quake I had in Northridge, I literally, not Northridge, the one in the first one I was in Salinas. I remember watching NBC. At that time was a Salinas space station. It wasn't San Francisco. So we saw the news from San Jose. And every time there was a quake at San Jose, we'd wait because we knew it would be here. And then ironically, the year after that, I ended up in news and was covering the aftermaths of the Loma Prieta quake in Santa Cruz. And how everything stopped at like that exact time. The clocks were all frozen. It's pretty cool, but crazy at the same time. So, and unlike hurricanes, where you can see it coming, earthquakes are like a surprise!
Yeah, there's no earthquake season. Yeah. So Felix says the new place that I moved in has misaligned doors and floorboards from the years of earthquake. But yes, I don't want to experience anything more than 3.5, which happened a month ago. Yeah. And Chris says people say they felt the Northridge quake as far as Vegas.
Yeah, it was pretty deep. And keep in mind, I had been roller skating up until like 2 in the morning. And I think the quake hit at 4. So I literally didn't even go to sleep. I laid down to go to sleep, and then boom, we're wide awake and didn't have to go to work. And this was a case where I was so tired that I couldn't even function. I had to go home and just finally I had to go somewhere, but my place was tore up too. So what do you do when everything you know is messed up? But it's an adrenaline rush. But let's switch gears, since we talk about earthquakes now, and let's talk about YouTube.
Okay.
So, back in October...
Anon, okay. Anon 21486 is Eli 21486 on Twitch.
Okay.
So, just so you know. Got it.
Okay. So, what was I saying? Before
YouTube.
Oh, so back in October, we were flagged for reusing content. And reusing content is not like copyright violation. Reuse content, apparently YouTube has very strong stance against using someone else's content without permission. So what they do is, if you get flagged for reuse content, you have to prove to them that you make your own content, and that is, you're not taking someone else's. And my understanding is that the majority of people that get tagged for reuse get demonetized. Basically, it's like if you owned a liquor store and you sold liquor, and then the ABC, Alcohol Beverage Control, came in and said, we're going to take away your license. Well, most of them go out of business because they make all of their revenue off of the liquor license. So when people monetize their accounts, there are some people that make their money strictly off of monetized accounts. And I read some of the pleas from people saying, can you please reevaluate my account again? I fixed all the problems, at least I think I did, because this is costing me my whole career. So people are actually having their accounts like basically wiped without it being wiped, of any chance of making any money. And it comes up for 3 months. You can't reapply, but then when you reapply, the requirements are even more stringent because you violated it in the first place. So, but yet, you're right. But yet, Stanley, look at all these stupid reaction channels, and that's all they do. But here's the catch. The reaction channels, if you put your face in front of the video and to react to it, that's not considered reuse.
That's why people do it on Instagram and Twitter too. They do like the duets or whatever it's called.
So if you put your face in front of it and just talk about it and do a reaction to the video, that is considered original content. But if you just take it from someone else and repost it, and I just flagged the account the other day.
The Phoenix one?
Yeah, they took the Phoenix video and declared it as their own.
The shoplifting video.
The guy that was arrested, I shot it with my own camera, my own time, on the way back to California.
Yeah.
And then I see it on another page, and the guy took it and decided that he was going to make it his own. Well, in that case, I flagged it, not for reuse, but for copyright violation, which is a strike. A strike, you got to get 3, but if you get reuse, you're done on the first time. And if you can't prove it, they give you 5 days to prove that you did what you did and how you did it. And after 5, and then they take 14 days to determine your fate. And a lot of people, once they get the reuse, I said it before and I'll say it again, a lot of people, when they get hit with reuse, their account goes bye-bye. Because you can't do anything with it.
That really sucks.
And I don't know how it's flagged. I don't know if someone decided to do that or whatever. But I do know that our flag came 2 days after I posted the videos that we did of our PSAs. And I was like, wait a minute, what is this? Because I never even heard of reuse before. So we had to prove to them how we make our videos. So I had to write a script to write a script. I have to write a script of a script so I can show them what we do. I had Diane shoot it for me, and we actually had to show them how we do our work. And I said it's kind of hard because we normally do a lot of stuff that's reality-based.
Yeah, but in this case...
We just happen to have scripts that we had already done. And this whole project we did for San Mateo County, we had location strips, we had shot sheets,
yeah.
We had...
and the locations had pictures on them.
Yeah. We had the vehicle that we used to shoot with. We had the camera that we used to shoot with.
And we actually had like all of the raw video.
And we had raw video, so we showed
So-
it. We made a reel that we showed them all to, and we have to keep that up on their account. You can't
Yeah.
see it.
But we keep it up on the account so that if there's ever another issue, they use it as reference.
And you know what the funny part is? I noticed. You put it up as unlisted, but you can normally see when someone watches it.
Yeah.
In this case, it doesn't show you that anybody watched it.
Well,
which
because it's
means-
on the inside, maybe.
Means they watch on the so that means
Yeah.
they can literally be watching your videos from the inside. And you never know they're looking at it.
Probably, yeah. But the interesting part about it is that when we first shot all of this so that we could prove to them that it's our content, I was like thinking, now if we've done all of this and they still decide that we are in violation, then we're pretty much screwed on social media because like we have all of the work, we did everything, and we proved it. And if they rejected, I was gonna be like very upset. You know?
So they wrote us back. Now they give you they give themselves 14 days to review it. They literally waited till day 14 to send us that the video had been that we
we're not in violation.
we're not in violation.
Yeah.
But we were told to keep the video there on file as unlisted, and that way if it comes up again, they can go refer back to that one.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll never see it. I'm not going to show it to anybody, but if you really do get a reuse strike from YouTube, just show them everything you do, and they'll give you instructions what they want.
It has to be like it has to be like 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
Or under.
Yeah.
And then you also have to reference within like the first 30 seconds, like this is my handle, this is my website, this is who I am.
And it wasn't just. And what I did was I literally edited a 5-minute package with little pop-ins, so we can read this and read that, and this is this and this and that, because I want them to show that hey, we're not just taking our phone and pointing at people and stealing other people's content. We actually build our own content. We actually make it ourselves.
Well, and Eli says probably using a bot AI to analyze. And ooh, excuse me, I just had a
Well, you know,
I just had a Topo Chico.
and you're right. You know why? Because today I got hit with a on Instagram.
Yeah.
They decided that the video I showed of people of the reveal of sushi was a violation of their terms and services.
Yeah, and that's the weird part. I always
Enjoy your homework, and it was nice. Thank you for joining us. Will 123 go 1 said he has to go do his homework.
Oh, okay. Thanks for joining us, Will. He said he also subscribed to you on Twitch.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
But yeah, I always think it's weird that like you can create a video and then like AI or a bot will deem it, you know, a violation. But then people are posting, like you sent me this one video and it's like, it was horrific. He sent me this one video where there are people on this like roller coaster or some sort of ride, and then the guy ends up falling off of it and falling to the ground. And I'm like, how is this allowed to be shown on a platform, but you can't show something as simple as revealing the sushi? I don't get it. We have so much like destruction and like death and sometimes like sexual stuff on social media, and that can be shown, but then we can't show a reveal of sushi. I don't get it. Like, it makes no sense.
And I have to appeal it, and once I appeal it, then it takes 90 days for them to look at the appeal. But, you know, if somebody goes, and the craziest thing about that is, once I posted a video of someone leaving something in the alcohol section that wasn't alcohol, and I had that music, one of these things not like the other.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is funny, this is great, this is going to be great. And apparently, you can't show alcohol, you can't show smoking, you can't show people smoking weed. I'm not doing beta breakers anymore because they don't let me to monetize it. Because
And beta breakers is crazy.
and I love doing beta breakers, but it doesn't fit the platform.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I can put it on X, but now X has become like
Sushi is raw flesh.
Pornhub, almost.
Oh, well, yeah, because Elon Musk allows porn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy to me. So producer Jay says that's why I keep all my videos to get purchased. That's why I keep all my videos that get purchased. Oh wait, hold on, I missed it. Purchased by the news. This way they can't claim anything for me. I also upload everything so it has the original upload date. Yeah.
So, and a lot of people who switched are switching over to.
Ooh, sushi does sound great for lunch.
That sounds good.
Well,
What's to say that switched over
said,
to?
Chris says sushi sounds great for lunch, and I'm like, dang, it's almost time to go to bed, and I want sushi.
So that's why I switched over to
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky, and this is oops. What the heck? So that's me on Blue Sky.
Time for a grand exit. Sounds about right. I really don't use that platform a lot to begin with, so I'm just hearing a lot of people's stories about how there's issues with it. But it looks like some people, like a lot of big name people, have made it known that they're leaving the platform. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the weird thing about that is I went from 40,400 and 40.4 is 40,400 people.
Wait, you went for
From X, and it dropped in the last week since after elections ended. Now it's about to go to 39.
Are you sure they're not cleaning up? Like, those are not bots?
No,
I mean, that's kind of a lot, though.
no, I mean it's per days. So it's right now it's at 40 and 42. So once it gets below 42, it'll go to 39. I'm actually going backwards on
Followers?
followers on Twitch. Not that I really, followers don't make me one way or another, because the funny part is, people are like monetizing Facebook, Twitter, X, and they're showing how they're getting thousands of dollars, and I'm like, I'm getting 13. So I mean, I'm about to retire pretty soon at this rate.
Felix says, is YouTube's HQ still in Redwood? Redwood City? I wonder if we can walk in and create support tickets. I don't think that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Is YouTube headquarters? I thought they were. Isn't it in San Bruno? Is
Yes.
it in Redwood City?
Where?
YouTube headquarters.
Yeah, it's in San Bruno.
Okay, he was asking if it's in Redwood.
No, it's in San Bruno.
It's in San Bruno, but can you walk in and...
No. Ever since the shooting that time, everything is like...
there was a shooting in 2018.
Yeah. And so, you know what the weirdest part about that is? So I get them deemed as reuse, but at the same time, while they're telling me that I'm going to be demonetized, they're also sending me an email saying that they want me to come in and do a study of the new product.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like, you want to demonetize me, but then you want me to come in and show you how your product works?
Maybe they're thinking that makes up for you getting paid.
It's just a time out. It will fall off after 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I guess you're talking about the stream elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the good news is the YouTube video was approved.
Yes. It was approved, and they said, keep it up there. Somebody asked me on Twitter right now, what are you talking about on our podcast? And I responded, well, join in and see. I mean, that's the best way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you see that on there pop up?
No.
Okay. So anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. So, that's where we are right now. If you ever get that reuse from YouTube, take it seriously, because they will demonetize you if you're making money off your account. We're really not making that much, like maybe, $25 a month. We don't get a whole lot because I'm low key on there. I got like 11,000 followers. Unlike when I had 88,000, that would have made a difference. Back when I had 88,000, I wasn't monetized. I never did monetize it. Never wanted to. I was like, you know what? I'm just put up there for the love of the work I do, and people can see the videos. And I would do it on my own time, so I wasn't getting paid to upload them. But the crazy part is you don't get paid to upload them, but you have to, and you also get paid to have people tell you how messed up you are. People you've never met before can tell you how messed up you are, which is crazy.
It's called keyboard courage.
Yeah.
People get the guts once they're behind the computer screen.
How much did you get, Jason? Why are you typing
want.
in all caps? Jason's like angry. Everything is in all caps. I just got my birthday mail from Twitch 3 days ago. That's what it sounds like. That's when you type in all caps. You're yelling at the screen.
No.
Can you not see that?
No, I see it. I'm delayed, so.
Well, he typed in like before that at 1939:40 in all caps. Yeah, bro, lay off the caps. Love you, but lay off the cats, bro. You like it? Lay off the cats, bro.
No.
All right.
No.
Oh, and yesterday we had a very nice time. We drove out to Brentwood.
Our friend had a Friendsgiving.
Nope.
Oh wait, we don't call it that anymore. A pre-Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Had some yummy food. We actually have leftovers tonight for dinner.
Yes, we had
Turkey.
How many years have we been going to this thing?
I think for me, it's only been since I moved back, right?
So they have these every year. Instead of Thanksgiving, they have.
No, they have Thanksgiving with family, but with friends. You know, you could just keep talking, right?
You gonna let me finish?
Well, you paused for like 5 business days.
No, I was trying to say that they don't have Thanksgiving for us. They have Thanksgiving for their family, but they have Friendsgiving, as they called it, until yesterday, with all their friends. Hence the name Friendsgiving. And it's like full-blown dinner. It would be like it was Thanksgiving. It's like tables everywhere, alcohol, snacks, coffee, Mr. Badley coffee. And so we drove out there, which was like an hour and a half, because for some reason, and I can't save my life, I don't know where everybody was going yesterday, but every direction was jammed. Every direction was jammed, and we had to drive all the way to Brentwood from Pacifica. It took us an hour and a half.
Yep.
Long drive. Get there, though, it was fun. We hung out with good people. We had good food. And we have that moment where you tell what we're grateful for. And, you know, it's just like Thanksgiving, but it's not.
What were you grateful for?
I was grateful that we made it safely.
Oh. You said you were grateful for something else.
What? Are you trying to pat yourself on the back?
I was grateful for my BBB.
Here, here.
My brilliant.
Lean forward.
Wait. No, Oh, wow. This was a much different take yesterday.
No, I said I'm grateful for Beeb.
And I'm grateful for Beeb, too.
Okay. Beeb, what are you doing?
I was trying to give you a hug.
We're doing a podcast right now. You hug me any other time. Dang.
Okay, anyways.
So anyway,
we did a Friendsgiving.
Yeah, so we were like stuck forever. But it was fun. We had a great time, and we enjoyed the food. But the hardest part is I wish I could just spend the night because I wanted to.
Because it's far. The drive back was hard, but thanks for doing all the driving.
And then we don't wear shoes in the house. So
no,
for
we
some
don't wear
reason,
shoes in our house.
So for some reason, I took my shoes off there, and then I stomped my toe on their kitchen, on a dining room table, which is like wood from like the Amazon. It's like super thick, and doesn't give, doesn't flex. No flex.
I think you were the only one that took your shoes off.
Yeah, well, the only one that stumped his toe, too.
Yeah.
But that hurts so bad.
And then he tried to throw me under the bus yesterday because I couldn't finish all my food because I was so full. So I asked him if he could throw away my food for me, and he said no, right? So I go to throw away my food, and I felt horrible because I hate wasting food, but I was just so full. And now that I think about it, I could have put that together with our to-go, but I didn't realize that we were going to bring food to go.
Okay.
So anyways, I put my napkin over the plate and I throw it away. And Stanley goes over to our friend to tell him to point out that I'm throwing away my food, and he goes, and our friend goes, Dan, you're not finishing all your food? And I was so embarrassed.
So wait, let me tell you my version of the story.
No.
That's her version. Let me tell you my version. So we're sitting there.
Yes, Chris, people wear shoes in houses. It's crazy. But here in the U.S., it is common for people to wear shoes in the house. It is common.
So anyway,
crazy.
We're sitting there, and she decides her eyes were bigger than her stomach. So she's like, she doesn't want to be the one to throw the food away because she wants people to see that she wastes her food. So she goes to me, she goes, Beeb, could you throw my food away? And I'm like, oh, heck no. I said, I know that trick. You're going to have me throw away. It look like I'm throwing away the food because I didn't need it. I was like, nope, you got to throw away. And so she goes, so she looks at me like, no.
This is when I realized, you know how, like, we're each other's, like, ride or die? This is when I realized he does not have my back. I knew since yesterday that Stanley does not have my back.
No, because I knew at that
all.
point that she was trying to throw me under the bus by having me carry her plate of food to the kitchen to throw away. So I said, no, I'm not falling for that. You on your own with this one, right? So then she takes a napkin to cover it. So
I learned that from him, actually.
She covers it with
What was that sound? That sounded horrible.
Yeah, it was me telling you to
Sounded
stop
like
it.
a little kid, though.
So she covers it with a napkin. And
I
I'm
learned
like,
that from him.
And then she's like, okay, now you take it. I'm like, no, I'm not taking your food. So then she goes, I said, if you want to throw your food away, you got to.
And I went to go throw it away.
No,
but he had to bust me out and tell our friend, who was the host, that I didn't finish all my food.
So David Cruz, my homie, he's over there having a chat with his friends. I said, Dave, she's trying to throw away some food. Go catch her. And then Dave ran over and says, Diana, you throwing away food? She looked at me, she goes, I don't like you.
Yep. No, he messed me up, dude. I was like, you know what? That's how I knew. Like, I was like, he doesn't have my back. And not to mention, so I put the napkin over the plate because I learned that from him. He has this tendency that, like, if we're eating and the food's in a paper plate, he'll put the napkin over the paper plate, fold the paper plate, and then bring it to the trash and throw it away to hide the food he's throwing away. And that's where I learned it from. But getting back onto this topic of wearing shoes in the house, Chris, yes, it is actually pretty common in the U.S. For people to wear their shoes in the house. But it's so when I got with Stanley wore shoes in the house. It was with me where I highly encouraged us not to wear shoes in the house because I grew up not wearing shoes in the house. So, but the place where we went yesterday, everyone was wearing shoes in the house, so I left mine on because for me, if this is how I think about it. I don't, if the homeowner does whatever the homeowner wants to do. But so if the homeowner wants to have shoes in the house, I will leave my shoes on because those are their wishes. And Stanley ended up taking his shoes off 2/3 of the way into the party. So he had his shoes on for 2/3 of the party. And then just decided to take them off, and then he stubbed his toe. So
then she says, wait, no sympathy. She goes, well, that's what you get for ratting me out for the food.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how is those two even associated?
They don't, but I felt like I was tit for tatting at that moment. Yep. I will admit it, I was tit for tatting. I was like, no, at first I was like, are you okay?
You didn't even.
No,
you
I said, are you okay?
No,
you
said, that's what you get for trying to rat me out for the
first
food.
I said.
And then you said, oh, are you okay? I'm like, it's too late now. I said, don't gaslight me.
I said, are you okay first?
No,
yes.
Because I said, don't gaslight me. Then you said, are you okay?
No, I said, are you okay first?
No.
I cared about you first, then I gaslit you after. Anyways, so, but we had a great time yesterday. We usually go to this Friendsgiving every year, so it's been nice to be able to just celebrate. And a lot of the people we only see once a year.
And then some people we haven't seen for a while who I
Yeah.
lost contact with that actually were there. That shows how small the world is. So even though we're not in the same, functionality of what we do,
Mm-hmm.
we all seem to know some people who have the same mindset that we have.
We're all connected.
Yeah, it's a connection one way or another. We're pragmatic people who think rational. We don't, like the lady said, we don't judge. It's weird because one of the people that was there I never met before. I thought I never met before, and she says, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I go, "No, I don't remember you." She goes, "Well," and she didn't know the year at first. She had to figure it out. But it turned out to be in 2007. You rode on my engine in Oakland on 61st Ave. And I said, was that the one where I kept pressing on the alarm by accident? She goes, yeah. I go, wow.
Why did you press on the alarm so much?
Because
it was in the way?
On the floor, there is a button you put.
And your foot kept pressing it?
Well, because he's driving the fire truck really fast.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm pressing on the brake. At least I think I pressed on the brake.
Were you doing a story? Or?
Yeah, I was doing a story about how people don't yield to fire trucks.
Oh, got it, yeah.
So I'm trying to shoot out the window, but at the same time, I'm like pushing my foot down, because trying to keep because we're moving.
That's funny that she remembered that you kept pressing the alarm by accident.
Because I was like, what is that? Who keeps blowing the horn? And they go, you. I go, how? And there's a button on the floor that they step on.
That's funny.
So I always thought that the fireman who drove the truck was pulling the horn.
This, yeah.
But
they do have the option to do that too, yeah? They pull it too.
That's a bus.
No, but I feel like I've seen a fire.
The engineer, or whoever sits in is the one who pushes the book. So the side. So imagine me going every few seconds, and I didn't realize that was me pushing it.
And no one said anything?
And no one said a word, but after that they said, put him in the back. Because I kept pushing the button. I didn't know what it was.
That's funny.
And and I learned a lot about, like, like everybody goes, oh, look at a fire truck. But then there's an engine, there's a tanker, there's a ladder, there's a battalion chief, all this stuff. And they don't say, look at the fire. They say, look at the exposure. The house had multiple exposures, which means there were flames coming out of multiple areas. But I always said that if you wanted to demolish your house, set it on fire. Call the fire department. Watch them come by and rip every single wall open.
Oh my gosh, don't tell people that.
Tear the holes in the roof. Tear the windows out, All you have is a shell left over. And they fill it with water.
Oh my goodness.
The bell, yeah. So like the tram in Hong Kong, the bell is foot controlled by the driver. Yes. So but it's weird that you meet someone who you didn't realize you did a ride along with, like, eons ago. And now that person is a captain. No. That person is a deputy chief.
Nice.
For Oakland Fire Department. So it's like, wow, this is a small world. You don't even know who. But that's why I tell people, when you meet people in public, you never know who they are or what they do. And it shouldn't matter what they are, who they do.
Yeah.
So if you treat them all with dignity and respect.
Exactly. You don't have to.
You don't have to worry about what happened later.
Yeah. Well, remember I told you that someone I had done.
Someone you had done?
Someone I had done. I didn't finish, Veeb. I had done the boot camp with. She knows one of our friends that I met through you. So it's like a small world.
Small world.
They go back like 20 something years, and so it was just like she asked me if I knew her, and I was like, oh yeah, I do. So it was like really cool to find that out.
So treat people with dignity and respect, because you never know when you run into them again. You may think, I'll never see this person again. Then guess what? You go for a job interview, and that's that person.
Well, that's what I say too about like people who have like road rage and stuff that like end up, causing some like some crazy stuff on the street. And then like what happens if you guys are actually trying to get to like the same party, or you're trying to get to like the same event, and it's like, wait, you were the guy that cut me off, or you were the guy that, and it's like, how embarrassing, how uncomfortable is that? You know what I mean?
Any more YouTubes? Because I can't see the YouTube.
Felix said, this was in response to the YouTube thing. He says, oh, sorry, because PayPal does walk-ins and actually helps you with basic and advanced issues you have.
That's nice.
Yeah, PayPal hasn't had issues, but YouTube had that serious issue, which is why they don't do that anymore. Right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we've been on for 65 minutos.
Minutos?
Minutes.
Oh, speaking about minutos, it reminds me of Mentos, which saw a picture of a crash of a Coke truck and a Mentos truck crashed. And someone says we were this close to world destruction.
Oh yeah, have you ever tried putting a Mentos in a Coke?
No, I see the videos. I'm not gonna risk. I don't have to do it. There's other people already done it. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I don't even drink Coke.
I'm talking about like years ago.
Did you ever do it?
Do people even still eat Mentos? Is that still a thing?
I don't know. I don't eat Mentos.
Oh, I used to eat Mentos.
Let me call Mentos people and ask them. Hey, excuse me, Mentos. Do people still eat Mentos?
What's the thing? Mentos fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh one.
You want to do a commercial for them?
No, that was the commercial.
I mean, but you just did a whole commercial for them for free.
Man. You still butthurt about the toe.
You still butthurt about the plate that you had to throw away.
Oh no, I got payback when you stubbed your toe. Remember?
Oh, so you wishing pain on me, huh?
Wow. No. Anyways, well, the chat got a little quiet. Mentos and Diet Coke is funny.
You can cause the Coke bottle to explode if you quickly put the cap back on the bottle.
With the Mentos in it? I didn't get that comment. That's what I was asking. Really? I'm about 5 seconds from walking away. I'm about 5 seconds from walking away.
If you put Mentos, if you put a Coke bottle, you put this out, is it going to explode by itself?
I'm about 5 seconds from walking away.
In about 5 minutes, the teacher will begin to speak. How many MCs must get this? before somebody says don't mess with Chris. Yes, with Mentos in it. Hey, I knew, Eli. I already knew. I just looked at her like...
I didn't see the comment. I'm on a delay.
Gabriel said, if you walk away, take the stream with you. She doesn't know how to set it up. So she wouldn't know how to break it down either.
Stanley doing me dirty today.
You want to throw your plate away? Where were we? Oh, yeah. I'm still the boss. Gabriel said learn how to set it up. I tell you what, next week I'll let her set the whole thing up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, next week you gonna only have Stanley streaming. I won't be sitting next to him. I'll be eating.
Oh, you give up that quick, huh?
I'll be eating?
No, you give up that quickly?
I'll be finishing my food.
So you give up that quickly?
No, give it quickly up.
You said you weren't going to be here.
Yeah, because I'll be finishing my food since someone won't throw it away from me.
Okay. Hey, we appreciate you guys joining us as usual. As you see, we're having our fun, and then we hang up. She'll be like, "I don't like that." Why'd you do that to me? I don't like that.
Really? Yeah, you really are gonna do the stream by yourself next week.
Oh Lord.
So stay tuned next Sunday for Millennial Boom on November 24th. It will just be Stanley. I am taking a hiatus. I'm going on hiatus, I mean. And I will be back on January... When is our January podcast? January 5th?
Oh, so you did hear that.
Is it January 5th? I'll be back on January 5th. I will miss you guys.
But you do realize that that's like 4 podcasts.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're going to be gone until January?
I'm going to be gone for 4 podcasts, yeah.
Oh, you know what that means, guys? We got fun.
Well, you guys got Stanley to dance on YouTube, Twitch, and X.
That's right. X is going to give it to you.
If you let her set the whole thing up, you won't start streaming until midnight. Oh, wow. Okay. Gabriel, whose side are you on? What's up, Arcade Revolution?
Wow.
Bill Van Ram, Diane, when Stanley stubbed his toe, did you actually serve you right or karma? Wait, what? Stanley.
She said serves you right. That's
no.
just to make me throw away the food.
He said, Diane, when Stanley stubbed his toe, did you actually serves you right or karma's a B? Oh, like, did I say those things?
She said serves you right, and that's what you get for making me...
I didn't say serves you right. I said that's what you get.
Same difference.
I said that's what you get for not for not throwing my plate away.
She wanted me to be the guy, the fall guy. Look at that dude throw away a plate of our food. She didn't want to be that person, right? And I was like, nope.
No, but see, that's the funny part is I wasn't going, like, if you went to go do it, no one would have noticed. And then if I went to go do it...
Everyone would have noticed?
No, well, everyone did notice because you had Dave say something.
That's because you was trying to clown me. I knew
I wasn't trying to clown you. I just wanted a favor.
No, you wanted me to throw away the food. It looked like it was me that wasted food.
Arcade Revolution, wow, what you mean, Stanley? Next week, it's... Producer Jace says next week it will be Stanley and Jace because you know he will call me for help. Okay, yeah, Jace, you partner up with Stanley. I'm taking Sunday off.
Next week is the 200th anniversary.
No, the 200th episode, 200th anniversary. That's 200 years. 200th episode. That's in January, babe.
No, Gabriel said no. January is the 5th year. The next one is our 200th episode.
All right. Well, Jace will be joining you.
Hey, Jason.
I will be taking a break.
Give me a break.
Give me a break.
Piece of that Tic Tac bar.
It's Kit Kat, not Tic Tac. Kit Kat bar, not Tic Tac bar.
Yeah, Tic Tac bar. Hey.
Hey.
Termite walks to a bar and says, "Excuse me, is your bartender here?"
Babe, I already heard that joke millions of times.
All right.
Trying to type and proofread in the tiny chat box stinks, said Bill Van Ram.
Yeah, it does hard to read the little tiny chat box. A little tiny man.
Yeah, so I'm reading the chats on YouTube. So for anybody that didn't see that, that's what I was reading.
Oh, speaking about TikTok,
So this is 196. 200 should be on December 15 if you don't miss any before then. January 5th will be your 5-year anniversary. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, well, I'll be back on January 5th.
so the person wrote, I didn't understand what platform you were talking about. Okay, next time have a good one. So they didn't understand what Twitch was, and it says it right there. If you'd like to join the chat, go to Twitch.
Oh, okay, well,
I can make a horse to water, I can't make him drink.
I hate those metaphors. Tic Tac Bar, I can
Speaking
see
about-
that happening. After all, there is a Coke flavored Oreo now. Oh my gosh, that sounds disgusting. There's a Coke flavored Oreo?
Yes.
That
So,
sounds gross.
Ironically, I wanted to mention something real quick. So I have TikTok, right? And I keep, like, see it says I have like 5 new people have subscribed, right? But my number is at 4,911 people. You can't monetize till you get to 10,000 people. But mine never gets past 40,000. I can never get past 4,912.
So that means that some people end up deleting, even though you have new followers, some people dropped you?
I don't know what's going on. It's been like that for like three months. And they keep saying, you are almost close to monetizing. No, I'm not.
You're like 5,000, you're like 5,100
Yeah.
and something away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a little
But
ways
yet,
to go.
look how many views. 2 million views. So I'm getting views, but they're saying that I don't have anybody on there.
See, that's why I have a hard time with social media. So I leave it to the ones that have the patience for it, because I don't.
Yeah, and where Chris lives at, TikTok is banned.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
For good reason.
Yeah, because, people be dancing But, there's some people in there who literally have like 40 million subscribers. And they're making money hand over fist. They're supposed to sneeze and they get like 30 million views. It is what it is. All right, anyway, I know you can be anywhere you want to be. You chose to be here with us. We appreciate that. I know we're early. We're early because of the time change, so we kind of moved up. We'll be popping in between 6 and 7 on Sundays.
You gonna be with Jace next week?
Are you going to dress up as Jace?
I'm not gonna be here.
Where you going to be?
I'm going on hiatus. Remember?
What country is hiatus in?
I'm taking a break.
Where you going?
None of your biz.
Oh,
None of your biz. Just kidding. I'll see you guys next week.
And Amy wants to set up something similar to that on this channel, except maybe not with the jump scares.
Jump scares?
Yeah,
What's
apparently Jace has one where you can push a button and it makes a jump scare to scare you
that? On what?
on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
It's normally a gamer platform.
Oh, yeah.
We're not gamers.
We're not. Well, you play games.
One game.
You play games.
I play one game, and I'm not that good at it.
Practice makes close to perfect.
I don't have time to be practicing that much. I need to make
Practice makes Practice helps your progress.
Okay. Anyway, I've never been good at like video games. I can play chess, but not video games.
I can play checkers and dominoes.
Bones.
Bones.
You have 40,
No.
then you can't play.
No 40.
Yeah, Diane's on hiatus because she going crazy. You didn't get that one. Yeah, it's coming now.
Okay.
Arcade Revolution.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're about to wrap this up. Appreciate your time being here. I'm Millennial.
I'm a boomer.
And thank you for joining us again on this wonderful Sunday evening where the sun sets earlier now. It's cold here now. It's like 44 degrees overnight.
I'm feeling okay right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is usually really cold.
Yeah.
We'll have to turn on the heater again.
It drops down at nighttime here. It gets really cold in wintertime. It's not winter yet, but we're at that part of the time. And they said it the other day.
They said what?
Atmospheric river.
Oh.
It's coming.
It was raining a little earlier. I saw the water on the window. The rain. What?
Why you look at the window to say it's raining? You just say
No,
it's
because there was water on the window earlier, so I was looking to see if it was still raining. Are you Elvis?
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Appreciate it. We got to have Diane break all this stuff down. So that means she'll be done by 3 business days.
Oh, wow. You guys are still clowning, huh?
Love you.
Love you.
All right, guys.
See you guys next week.
Hasta la vista.
Maybe. In Cincinnati, Tuesday might be 70. Thursday might snow. Dang.
All right. We're off.
No, we're not, B. Oh, you tried to cover up the end stream? You are so not slick.
What?
You're not slick. We're still on.
All right.
Bye,
Fine.
guys.
Bye. Hey, we almost hit 400.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
All right.